afternoon. Today we are at Pinafore Park here in town, and I'm going to show you what's in my bag. So some of you may know that I like to do little hikes and camping and just going on trails. Not quite backpacking or big tours or anything like that, but I also like to do a little bit of bushcraft. But I mean, I'm a little bit limited right now, but soon after the baby's born, I'm sure we'll be back out on the trails as soon as possible. So yeah, to get started, this is my day bag. This is what I would call my day bag. I have different bags. I have like a big camping bag. I have another bag that's like if I want to bring cooking stuff, like if I'm going to go bushcrafting and do a bit of cooking. But this is my general like going for a hike day bag with like some bushcraft stuff in it. So to start, this is a Woods 20-liter Rambler bag. I got it from Canadian Tire. I get a lot of stuff from there because that's where I like to be here in Canada. But I love it because it unfolds into a backpack that's very lightweight and easy to carry. So if you wanted to bring this in a bigger bag, you could. So this is the pouch that it folded out of. It then becomes a pocket, and you have like little loops to hang stuff in, and you have side pockets, front pocket which has a clip, and you can use these strings to tighten things up. It also has a little belt for your waist, and this is for across your chest. So it's super lightweight. This was about $39.99 Canadian, and then I just keep like carabiners on it to clip stuff. So next up in my bag would be shelter related items. So I do carry a tarp. It is a standard cheap tarp you can get from the dollar store for about $4, and I just have a piece of rope wrapped around it just in case I want to use this for strapping to trees. This is like an emergency shelter. If it starts raining, if I'm out, I can just tie this to a bunch of trees in like a little lean-to configuration, and then I can sit underneath it. So then I would have like some rope. I always carry some rope in my bag. And there's a little bit of paracord too, because paracord can come in very handy, especially for like fire starting. So that's good to have. Next up would be lighting. So I do have this Woods brand. I have a lot of Woods stuff because of Canadian Tire, but it is battery operated with AAAs, but I won't use it that much because I generally hike in the day and go home. But there have been times where I've gone home just after the sun sets and it's getting dark, and I have this handy light here, which is the BioLite solar powered little lantern, and it is very powerful and it holds a charge for a long time, and it's quite bright. I've had this hanging up in tents, illuminating inside, and it's great if you're like walking on a trail. You can just hold it and just like shine it just like a flashlight. So I always keep that on the back of my pack. I have it hooked on with one of the carabiners, so when I'm walking, the sun can charge the solar panel while I'm out hiking. Next would be my water. I usually bring one of these Nalgene containers with me full of water from home, or whatever I want to drink. But if I do happen to run out of water, I do have this Sawyer mini squeeze system, so you can use this with any source of water and it'll filter out up to 99% of those harmful bacteria and other pathogens and stuff floating in the water. So you can actually put this on any like screw cap bottle. Like if you had like a 7-Up bottle, say, you can screw this on the top. You can put the water in the source. Fast water is better, so you put the water in the source, get your container full of water, then just twist this on the top, and then away you go. But this squeeze system, you can just fill this up with water from a stream or whatever, twist this on top, and then you've got your water supply there if you need it. I also carry this Woods mug just because I like to have tea sometimes, or coffee if I'm on the trail. So I also bring lemon tea. You can get this from the dollar store. These are just like tea bags in a little Ziploc bag. And I do start campfires sometimes when I'm out on the trail. So I also bring this, which is my stainless steel cup you can cook in or boil water. It's stainless and has a gradient system inside, so 700 ml can fit in there. And you put water and boil, put it right over the fire, and it's got these handles so you can hold it, so that's pretty handy. I really love this thing. Moving on to my actual like bushcraft type tools for like fires and stuff. I do have the Silky Saw Gomboy. I just recently got this. I did have another folding saw, but a lot of cheap folding saws are garbage. This is actually like pretty amazing. It's a Japanese system, and the blade, the teeth are just amazing. This is a medium tooth, I believe, but it only cuts one way, but it's superior at cutting over regular folding saws, and it's got a good rubber grip on it, and it doesn't flex too badly. So I'm really liking this Gomboy. I just like the smaller size because my other half has not a katana boy, he has the big boy 2000, and that's like a much bigger saw. But yeah, so I cut logs, small logs with this. And then I do have a Fiskars Hatchet. I really love Fiskars stuff. This is a pretty good hatchet here. So this, I split small logs with this. And the blade is quite sharp on that, and it has like this carry handle. So sometimes I strap this on the outside of my bag, or like in one of the side pockets, or I have this clip that I can just clip it to a loop on the bag as well. And then I have my fixed blade knife, which I really like. I got this as a gift for Christmas, as I really liked the condor. This is a condor bush lore, and you can see there, I think it's a 4-inch blade, fixed blade, nice wooden handle, made in El Salvador, I believe, but it's a beautiful knife. So I will, and it also comes with this leather, I can't remember what these are called, but it comes with this leather sheath as well. And it's good for splitting this. Once you split the small logs, you can then just like cut them into smaller tinder pieces. Just get a piece of wood and bang it down and split the wood that way. I also have these gloves in my bag. They're just Yardworks garden gloves, but I believe they're like sheepskin or something like that. They're really soft and comfortable. I use these for touching, like if I'm like grabbing this from the fire or something like that, or if I want a bit of extra protection while I'm cutting wood or splitting wood, I'll wear these. As for fire starter, I just got this fat rope stick from Canadian Preparedness. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm looking forward to it because you can just use a little piece and then cut it and save the rest. But I do have a Tinder Pouch here, so I'm going to run some B-roll and show you what I have in the Tinder Pouch. Basically have like this little tin, that my partner, it was my partner's idea for doing these little tins. So inside this tin I have cotton balls that have a lot of Vaseline on them, because that's great for fire starting. I also have some waterproof matches, and it's always good to carry a lighter, so I just have a little Bic lighter in my bag. And then also I have a ferro rod. This is just a Coughlin's ferro rod, and I have a cheap dollar store knife that I use to ignite it because I find it easier than the actual starters that come with it. So I just scrape it and start the fire. I have been able to start a few fires. However, if your conditions are damp, it's a little bit harder. That's why it's always better to have another ignition source, such as a lighter or matches, just in case, so you don't want to get caught out. I also have a heat pack, just in case, like if it's cold. It's not cold these days, we're moving into spring. And then I have an emergency blanket, just in case. These are just in cases. Moving on to the first aid, I have this tin here, and this is a very basic first aid kit. I have a more elaborate one for longer trips if I'm going far from home or whatever, but this is pretty standard. I've got some gauze, some band-aids, and being pregnant I get heartburn, so I have Rolaids. And then also I have some expandable toilet paper. It's like kind of paper towels that can expand in water. And then some pins, safety pins, and some floss. Just you never know when you might need to MacGyver something together. And then of course I do have the hand sanitizers from the dollar store, and I have a little bit of gauze in a little baggie just in case you get like a deeper cut that you need to wrap up, or even if you wanted to filter something quickly. And then I think this is the last item here, but this has been the most useful, and it is a Go Girl urination device. It's basically for females, but it's funny because like last summer I was ordering a bunch of stuff for my camping on Amazon, and it just came up as a suggestion, and I thought, oh, why not? It was only like $12. It is silicone, and I've used it so much. It's been so handy to have, just because, you know, we're not guys, so we can't just, it's not easy to pee outside, and this has made my life so much easier. So really glad to have that. So it looks like a lot of stuff that I have, but it does fit in my bag very well, and it's not heavy. It would be heavier if you carry like a full container of water. I usually carry about 500 milliliters if I'm just going on a short trip, but if you're going on a longer hike, you would want more water. But then again, you also have the Sawyer filter system if you need it. So yeah, I'm really happy with everything I have. I obviously like look through my stuff now and then, and I change things out as I learn more through the process. But I will put a link in the description for, well, nearly everything if I can find it. I'll link everything in the description in case you're interested in purchasing any of these things for yourself. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer those. And thanks a mil for watching, and I'll catch you on the next vid.